Yes, you're listening to Trippin' Up. My name's Phil Yale, content creator, producer of Phil's Tracks. It's a music podcast series, and I'm joined by, well, a pop music luminary, a career on-air personality. Of course, I'm talking about Tripp Rogers. Welcome back, Tripp.
Thank you, Phil. Your intro, I don't know what to say. I will say one thing. My head is full of music trivia and TV trivia. And I was listening to a show yesterday, and they were talking about the Martian on the Flintstones. And I knew right away it was the Great Gazoo. And I was able to text the show hosts. They were still talking about it when I got back after I was in the car, of course. I wasn't texting, I was driving. I was using Siri. And they still hadn't talked about it. I said, "Oh, Tripp got it." I said, "Yep, that's me."
And there is your don't text while you drive PSA for this episode.
Yes, use Siri.
Tripping Up is a music trivia challenge where I try to trip up, trip. Hey, and I invite all of you to play along. Now, to be fair, you got to do it the same way Tripp does. That means no Googling, no interneting, no chat GPT, no Google Gemini, none of that. Every answer has to come off the top of your head. Okay, Tripp, here we go. And Tripp has no idea what direction I'm going to go. We're going to go back to the 70s. That's that decade, wildly eclectic music, disco, country, funk, Motown, pop, soft rock, hard rock, punk rock, and Tripp novelty songs.
Oh yeah.
Gimmicky, humorous,
Oh yeah.
faddish. I
Oh
pulled
yeah.
from a variety of sources. I've identified at least 15 charting or memorable novelty songs from the 70s. I'm looking to see if you can come up with just 10. Tripp, do you accept the challenge?
Yes, I do.
And
Yes,
that,
I do.
all right, so fire away.
All right. The first one that comes to my mind, Mr. Jaws by Dicky Goodman. Dicky Goodman did a number of what called break-in records, and actually he was probably the first person to sample songs. But Mr. Jaws from 1975.
That song reached number 10 in 1975. Go ahead.
The Streak by Ray Stevens.
Absolutely the streak. And when I was on the Ashland College campus, that song came out in 74. Streaking was a fad. I didn't streak, but I know some dudes that did.
All right. So we've got two. I've got eight to go. Um, Junk Food Junkie by Larry Groce.
Wow. That was not one that I had on my list, but it should be.
Huh?
And you said Dicky Goodman had a couple. Can you name another Dicky Goodman break-in song?
Oh, Energy Crisis 74.
Bada bing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That peaked at
Yeah,
number
Energy Crisis
33 on the
74.
charts.
Convoy by CW McCall.
Convoy came out in 1976. That spurred on a whole CB craze. I can remember driving from Ashland, Ohio down to Florida for spring break, and we had CBs. That's how we communicated between the multiple cars that were driving down. All right.
Oh, the CB craze was unreal. Just unreal. Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, absolutely.
King Tut.
King Tut.
Do we consider Soul Man by the Blues Brothers a novelty song?
I did not have it on the list.
Okay, I don't know if you'd consider that a novelty, but it's from a movie too. Give me a year.
Let's stay with 1976. There was a music genre that was really starting to come out.
Disco Duck. Disco Duck by Rick Dees and the Cast of Idiots.
That novelty song hit number one. That was in 1976.
And got him fired. Yet he went out to Los Angeles and just, became Rick Dees. And he had such a great career in radio and television. And I think he's still one of the DJs who I look at and look to as being a giant in our business.
There was another duck theme song that was a novelty song. It was in 1970. Got all the way to
Duck.
number 16 on the Billboard charts. Came from a
Oh,
TV show.
Rubber Ducky by Rubber Ducky from Sesame Street.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun.
Ernie was credited for that one. Give me another year, please.
1972, live performance. It was number one hit. It was this artist's only number one hit, surprisingly.
Oh, My Ding-A-Ling by Chuck Berry.
Absolutely. That was surprising that it was number one, considering there were a lot of radio stations that wouldn't play it because of its suggestive lyrics.
Oh, most definitely. But I think what's more surprising is when you talk about Chuck Berry, it was only number one song.
We're going to go into 1973. This song stunk.
Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road?
Dead Skunk.
By Judge. Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road.
Yep.
Loudon Wainwright the third, right?
Absolutely. That made it all the way to number 16 on the charts. Let's go to all the way to the end of the decade, 1979. Now, this is a song that didn't reach into the top 40. However, it is a song that is played consistently during the Christmas season.
1979. Wow. I was working on the radio then. And it just made me think of another novelty song, the Chipmunks Christmas song, Christmas Don't Be Late.
I'm going to give you a hint on another song. This song came out in 1974. It was it tied kind of a sporting activity with disco music in a way. 1974, the instrumentation, though, believe it or not, a little disco-ish, has to do with a certain type of, some people might call it fighting.
Oh, Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas.
Yeah, that fighting was a little bit too much of a clue, I think. Kung Fu Fighting, 1974.
Kung Fu Fighting.
You know, it also...
The 1979 song I'm completely lost on. You're going to tell me, I'm going to be like,
How about if I give you the name of one of the two artists credited for it? Elmo.
Okay.
Elmo.
Oh, Elmo, Patsy, and Grandma got run over by a reindeer. But I don't associate that with 1970. I know that song gained in popularity in the 80s. I thought it was 82, 83 it came out. But okay. I'm
just going to throw on some other ones because we have already got more than 10. Here are some other ones that I came up with. There was one I think actually was based upon the time frame of World War II, became a hit in 1975.
Oh, Shaving Cream by Benny Bell.
Bada bing. Peaked at number 30 in 1975. I had a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night, when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped into a big pile of shaving cream. Jim Stafford.
Oh, Spiders and Snakes.
Spiders and Snakes. It made it all
Wildwood
the way.
Weed. Spiders and Snakes, Wildwood Weed.
Right. There was a comedy duo that is definitely...
Cheech and Chong. Earache My Eye.
Earache My Eye. That's one. They had two more.
They had two more? Sister Mary Elephant.
Peaked at number 24 and 73. Had a character, Tyrone Shoelace.
Basketball Jones?
Basketball Jones. I've got a Basketball Jones. Yep. Peaked at number 15 in 1973. Well, Tripp, you came up with actually more than 10. You have successfully conquered the challenge of naming at least 10 novelty songs from the decade of 1970s. Tripp, give us a couple of ways that people can follow you.
Well, of course, you can hear me on the radio, Q105.3 every weekday afternoon from 3 to 7. That's WRHQ.com on the interweb. I also do a music show called The Music Yearbook. It's on a couple of radio stations, and it's also on my own radio station, which you can find online, WTRSradio.com. I do a podcast called Tripp's Take, and also another podcast called The Fantasy Sultans as we get ready for football season. And you find me on Phil's tracks every so often. I come up like a bad penny.
And you can find Phil's tracks currently on Spotify. We get into providing fresh takes on classic tracks, classic takes on fresh tracks. And Tripp and G joined me on multiple occasions to talk about some of the transformational albums in the rock era. Again, Tripp, thanks for joining us on this episode.
Thank you, Phil.
Trippin' Up.